The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. In a client note, Richard Kramer, an analyst from Arete Research, has criticised Spotify. Taking shows exclusive reduces their reach and attractiveness to advertisers, he notes, adding that few titles are popular enough to bring in new subscribers to offset the loss of ad revenue from greater reach. Creators also face risks in other areas like event ticket sales, merchandising or books. Brené Brown's book sales apparently dropped after she became a Spotify exclusive. After focusing on financials, he concludes, "We think Spotify needs new management and a new approach," and recommends his customers sell the stock. The Australian podcast ranker will report on audience reach and download figures by podcast title. The ranker, compiled by Triton Digital, will add these numbers after ad buyer request. The ranker will now be in order of total audience, aligning with Triton Digital reports in other countries and with PodTrack. In the US, Spotify has launched Sound Up Latinx, part of Spotify's global program to give underrepresented podcasters the tools to boost their platforms and build their shows. It's the first program focused at the Latinx community. Blubrry have released a brand new user dashboard, overhauled for easier content creation and episode promotion. Todd Cochran says it's been focused towards seamless management and publishing. Speaker submissions are now open for Podfest Origins if you'll be in Tampa or you'd like to be a virtual event speaker. Remote recording tool Riverside.fm is now SOC2 Type 2 compliant. Hooray! It's a test of securely managing client data and privacy. Audrey has added a gamification aspect to their platform, allowing users to collect achievements, and Landau Media has added 21,000 German-speaking podcasts to its media monitoring service. And in podcast news, Lemonada Media has launched its first Italian-language podcast. In Giro con Fra is created by Francesca Lazzarin, who's the wife of Jeremiah from the Lumineers. After a decade touring and raising their family, Fra talks to diverse Italians who have incredible stories. Cliff Ravenscraft, one of the podcasting OG, has relaunched Podcast Answer Man to share evergreen insights on the topic of podcasting. It's a show that originally started in December 2006. Weird Darkness, a hit podcast about the paranormal and unsolved mysteries, is to make the leap to US radio starting this weekend. Ear Hustle is back for season 8, beginning with an oral history of activist George Jackson's death in San Quentin State Prison in 1971. 9 News Lunch is a new daily podcast for Australian audiences. It'll use resources from the company's radio stations in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth. CNN's Chasing Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta is back for season 2. The first episode is about the fight against paediatric cancer. And CNN's Total Recall, California's Political Circus, is new today, focusing on the 2003 California election that led to Arnold Schwarzenegger being elected governor. Career Crossroads is a year old. Host Jonathan Collerton said that the podcast has been heard by listeners from 72 countries and 940 cities around the world. I'm on that somewhere. And who could forget 80s hits like Rain or Shine or System Addict? System Addict. Anyone? No? Well, happily, the world of 5-Star, which has posted a teaser today, is actually a podcast about 5-Star basketball, a 6-part narrative podcast about the legendary basketball camp, its outspoken founder, and its role incubating basketball's talents. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.